and welcome to my video on the in-depth on 75309 UCS Republic Gunship. So in this video I'll look at all the features of this set and all the designs. So it is quite a massive set, it has 3,292 pieces and it is 75309 18 plus. And yeah, the box art is quite nice. I'm not really liking the image they put in the middle. There's not really one I'd say is better, but it's just not the best image. I'll talk about those more later. But you can see in the top corner, so that is the Republic logo. But in a couple, well actually the first wave or like release lot of them, the ones that were already being produced, it has the Imperial logo. So that is a kind of mistake that they're fixing at least they're like fixing it. But still it's quite bad that it happened in the first place. But yeah, not the worst box art ever, but not my favourite. And then, yeah, so back of the box is pretty good. So you've got like 3 images showing the like gunship flying around, the gunship with its sides open, and the rotating like missiles. And then you've kind of got like the Lego one. It's supposed to be like the exact same image, and I kind of think that's cool. But it's like the way it's kind of cut off. But anyway, so yeah, you can see the top and the back of the ship, and then the length of the ship, and also the back of the image is quite nice. But anyway, you can see it is 68 centimeters, 27 inches, which is pretty long. It's like 2 30-centimeter rulers and a bit, and then it's 35 centimeters, that's 13 inches tall. That's on its stand. So if I did, I'm going to take a guess and say about 11 inches. And so £330, $350 and €350. Very expensive, but it is, the piece count is very big and the set is massive, and as a UCS one, the thing with UCS is they can kind of put them more expensive because no kid's going to be buying this to play set because it is not a play set. So they can afford to make it more expensive because it's towards an adult audience who in general will have more money. So yeah, the 2 minifigures, and they did not include a minifigure of the clone commander. 0. Like none with it specifically in it, and although like if you even crop the image, they're only like 140 pixels, so it's terrible. And so basically the minifigures are Mace Windu and the clone commander, and I'll talk about those more for now. Clone commander, this is from Solid Break Studios review of the set. And it's pretty good. I do like the colour. There was a previous one which is lighter yellow, but I do like it. It's just still not what we'd expected. The main problem with it is the torso printing is the same as the final first one, which is phase 2. That's kind of a mistake. But you look at exact same torso print as the final first, except there's no blue markings and there's dots. It is pretty cheap on Lego's part. They should have done phase 2. But also they did yellow arms and white arms. So it's kind of weird the way they did that different. But anyway, so Mace Windu, they did like wee dots on him for dirt. But the facial expression is no idea. It could be a smile, it could be a frown, it looks like he's freezing. No idea what that's supposed to be. It is, in my opinion, quite a bad minifigure. And yeah, if you look at they could have included a final firster, but that would actually been pretty cool. Had they done it based on Umbara. But so yeah, the voted minifigures, well most people would have considered as Commander Cody and Jedi Bob. But then they decided, and they said, the minifigures shouldn't be the standpoint of the set. But in the vote, which 30,000 people voted for this set, they added the option to vote for your minifigure. And then they just threw that aside and decided, so I think if they, Commander Cody, because you needed custom head mode to do that, they didn't do that for that reason. And that's very annoying, so Lego cheaped out again. And these, I'm going to say they're terrible minifigures. Just as much as they kind of tried to make it better by the way I explained it, it's just not worth it. And I'm just because it's a clone commander. Not bad minifigure, but they could have done arm printing. Neither of these have arm printing. They're both lacking in detail. The Mace Windu's face printing is terrible. It's just quite a bad set of minifigures. The set itself, though, that's where that changes. It's massive. When you first look at it, you think it's not as big, because if you look at like those wee ball things, they're normally 4x4 or 6x6. These are 8x8, so they're much bigger than what you normally get. But yeah, it's quite impressive. The scale is there. You can see some of the inside. There's like 2 red lines and blue dots, which is supposed to be accurate. And then yeah, back of the ship, that bit's folds down. There's no speeder bike, but it is nice that they at least included that. And you can see these 2 turrets. Well, actually not turrets, the wee things on the top, which apparently if you spin one, the other one spins, which is pretty good. But yeah, top of the model is really, really good looking. You can see there's quite a few stickers. I'm fairly certain there's like 19 stickers overall on the set. And yeah, quite a big set, like from the top down. It does look quite nice. And you can kind of see it. This is like the angle. The front of the ship is really nice. They did the green. The green looks brilliant. And then the bubble turrets you can kind of see sticking out the side are pretty good. There is no side door, which is kind of annoying. Although the way the bubble turrets are attached, you could probably modify one on, and I expect to see that on YouTube. I'm not going to get the set, as I clearly wouldn't have the money for it. But yeah, top of the set, well actually front of the set is pretty nice. You can see the turrets and they're very good. I do like them. They're the smaller ball joints because there's no bigger ones. And you can also see like those missiles under the wing, which are accurate. And that kind of big red triangle under the wing, which is flat. And that is pretty accurate. I'm surprised they included that, because apparently it's not actually that much of a support, which you would have expected. So quite impressive. And then on to the 17 real life images of like it just on tables and stuff. And it's kind of ridiculous how many they included. And yet they couldn't include one with the minifigures. Anyway, this is the side of the set, pretty nice. There's like a big grey section, quite a bit of grey like splattered on. And the thing that I kind of find hard is a lot of these pieces are made in smaller sizes. So you see the Republic insignia, that's generally a 2x2. This one's 3x3. So the things are kind of, it's quite hard to get your mind around how big it is. And then, yeah, so this is like the kind of person building it, attaching the cannons. And then like the rest of the wings taken off. But you can see also in this image like the kind of cockpit bits, which are quite nicely printed, but they're kind of see-through, which is brilliant. And then in here you can kind of see like the blue. There's like blue and green, I'm guessing. There's a lot of colours underneath. And the back thing opened. And then actually, if you look at this image, I'm not a big fan of the doors. But then the turrets, which have a nice range, and then the cannons on top, and your 2 bubble turrets on the side, which do have like a nice thing inside of them because they're supposed to be like lasers or something. You can also see the seat inside of the bubble turret, which is nice. It's not minifigure scale because the set is about apparently twice minifigure scale. And this is the best shot of the clone commander, even though it's fairly bad quality if you like zoom in on it. So there goes fault for that. But yeah, pretty big set. It'll probably be very heavy. I don't know like a specific weight, but still it's quite cool. And then yeah, you can see it being put on display, and then on display in different like angles. But also yeah, taken apart, and there's just way too many of these images in my opinion. So now to compare it to the real thing. You can see here it is actually quite accurate. Most of it is pretty good. And then compare it to the previous, like 2013 version, it's bigger. This one is kind of better placed. There's no second door, which I'm really quite disappointed. I thought they should do a second door, at least be able to modify it in. So that's like, I'd say that's the biggest flaw of the set. But anyway, other than that, pretty good. So value overall, not brilliant. I don't know. If you're into it, then I'd say it's good, but not really for me. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.